Oh, and there it is. It's starting to connect. I think viewers will be able to find your stream once you go live. We are live. Um, but okay, I'm live, but it's still saying I'm offline. Why is it still saying I'm offline? Or maybe no, don't do that. Okay. Kick that off. Go back up here. I don't think we. Okay. All right. So we're gonna try this again. I'm just trying to see to make sure the freaking thing is gonna pop up. Let me try refreshing this. No. Okay. Channel. Channel. Oh my God, this is. Mm-mm. Not what I wanted. Maybe what's the?
What's up, brother?
Oh, there. Okay, awesome. I'm seeing that part, anyways. Okay, cool. That's cool. All right, we are.
Are you going to be joining us tonight?
Shows that we're live here, but I'm not getting any of my comments and everything. Okay, so now
I think
let
you
me go.
jumped out.
Boom. Okay, we're good. I had to. Oh Jesus, that was a headache. Oh my God.
How you doing,
Oh.
sis?
Oh my God. Amber, what's up? Yeah, okay, so now that that's oh, fuck. Ugh. All right.
Hello,
So
Tammy.
who do we have?
Not good. Why not good? What's going on?
What the freak? Okay, as we're waiting for Amber to respond to that. Definitely want to thank everybody for having patience joining us. I mean, because it's a Sunday. What else are you doing anyways? Um, we are trying out a few new
Rude.
things. You heard. What, like physical?
Yeah,
You heard it work?
physically hurt.
Wow.
Amber.
Yeah, you gotta love that crap.
If you had somebody else turn on you, then obviously they weren't a friend. They were in your life to get something out of you, and apparently they were able to get that out of you and no longer needed you around anymore. I hate that it happened to you, but I would rather somebody show their true colors than to continue to pretend.
Yeah.
Not everyone. Not everyone, sweetheart. You ain't getting rid of me. You came into my fucking life. You're fucking stuck with me.
Yeah. What he said.
You know, one of these days I'm gonna have to make a trip out to California. Shit, starts with a C, out to Colorado, and first I'm gonna give you the hug that you so desperately been asking for, and then I'm going to put a put my size 10 and a half across your ass.
Whoa.
that does make it more
Awesome.
difficult. It does come through. How about that?
Yeah. Oh, did it show up on there too?
Yeah, it showed up on my side too.
Oh, out freaking standing. That is cool. Okay. So that's Rumble. But it showed up as and here it showed up as the Restream IO.
I'm sorry to hear that, Amber. I really am.
Hmm.
But like I said, it's better to know their true colors now than to keep stringing it along and you end up getting hurt more in the long run.
These are all facts. All facts, no Xerox. You heard? Um, yeah, that's just crazy to me. Um, but yeah, I will say this, as we're kind of going in between. Um,
No matter who it was.
yeah. Um, well, see, the tough thing about that, man, is that listen, I'm with you, on that, Amber, because I have people, say the same thing when it comes to me, but I just remind them very quickly. I am not attached to my phone is not attached to me. Not there's not a single device that's attached to me. So there's times that I can go and I may not see a message. And then given the fact that we have the team, the basketball team that I own and coach, I get a lot of messages from those guys. So I don't always see messages. Um, I do tell somebody it's probably much easier for you to text me than to call me because I don't always answer my phone. Because like a lot of people, I have to also understand I'm also going to school right now as well. So I'm going to get my FLL, um, become a gunsmith. So I'm my days are fairly full. So no, I don't always see messages because I just do not check my phone like that. So, I always tell somebody just have patience with me, bear with me, and I'll most definitely get to you when I can get to you. But if I don't, know that it's not because I don't love you. It's just because I might have a very very full day that day. So I get it, I understand it, and I think some people just lose sight of the fact that people have lives, and sometimes life happens, and you don't always have the time to reach out like we may want to, but I mean that's just how it is, unfortunately.
And
Um,
the I don't want to say, well, the funny thing about it is I actually had somebody message me this week asking me what they had done for me to ignore them. So I don't know if it's the same person, but was they accusing you of ignoring them in a live, or was it through personal messages?
mm. And while you waiting on that answer, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you come into one of our lives, especially if it's one of my lives, where I'm the host of it, and you're putting comments, I do not pay attention to comments. I do not. It's nothing personal. I just don't. I'm focused because I'm running the studio. I'm doing all the background stuff that you guys really don't see, but you guys get to, don't see me doing, but you guys get to see on the actual podcast. I'm doing a lot. That's why I put Ace in charge of comments. Because especially if it's TikTok. Now YouTube, it's easier because they pop in the studio, so they'll pop up on the side of my screen. I can see those, but at the same time, I don't. So if everybody ever thinks that I'm ignoring you in a comment or in a live or anything, I am not. I am completely not ignoring you. Hell, ask Ace when it comes to people gifting me stuff on TikTok. Like I'll catch it out of the corner of my eye, like, what the heck was that? And then he has to tell me what it was. Oh, okay. So
Oh,
because I don't
he's
pay
totally
attention.
ignoring you.
Yeah, I mean I am, but I'm not. I'm not for the sake of this conversation.
Right,
Uh-oh, spicy Cass hoes in the house. I see you, sis. What's up?
Amber,
Um,
you've always got me. I don't give two flying fucks what happens on TikTok, off TikTok. I know who I can and who I can't trust.
Me.
And anybody can bring something to me negative against anybody else. And before I believe anything, I will go to that person.
Except for if it has to do with me.
No, I'll leave that shit. I'll believe that shit.
That's what I'm saying. Jerk.
But I will never turn my back on you, Amber.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this, Amber. You and I just we met what was it last year?
I think
I mean,
so.
not like met, but we got introduced to each other. I want to say it was last season. When we started when you started joining the lives and stuff like that. Um, and I know you joined an episode. I think last season was our first season joining, or it might have been the season. Might have been
It was
two
either
seasons
4 or
ago.
5.
I think it was season 4 actually. Yeah, I think it was season 4. So I mean, going on about 2 years. Um, and I think you're an awesome person, like 100%. Like I hate that you've gone through some of the things you've gone through. I hate that fact because I don't like it when and this is why generally people think that we don't have good people in the world anymore, and we don't have good people. It feels like we don't have good people in the world anymore because all these idiots keep screwing over and shitting on the good people, and you can only take so much abuse and so much betrayal for so long before you start turning bad yourself. And people, I've been told that myself. Okay, I used to,
Hello,
if you know if you've been introduced to me, all right, Amber, you've been introduced to me. Okay, you know how I can get. Ace is one of these people too. He can say that, say he can attest to this as well as Dez. Anybody else can attest this. How I am now is a complete 180 of how I used to be before I got into actually before I got into the military. Completely 180. And I didn't turn into the person I am now because of the military. I turned into the person I am now because of the people who I trusted to be in my life completely destroyed that trust. So it's really hard to kind of rebuild that trust and everything in humanity when you keep having people that are coming into your life that keep betraying that trust. But you have to. I know with me, I had to try to start saying, you know what, I'm just only gonna let certain people in my life, and I'm gonna vet you just as much as I want you to vet me. Um, what did she say?
she said because of this, she's not making her music video and she's withdrawing from the Faces of Horror.
You better not.
Well, I'm not even going to type that out. Never give anyone the power to dictate what you do with your life. If they chose not to be in your life for whatever reason, that's their loss. These are things that you are passionate about. Do not let anyone take that away from you. Hello, Miss D.
Ace is 100% right about that, Amber. And this is coming from this guy right here, who I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna put it out there. I mean, I don't think I've really ever said this much about this anyways. I've been in, I would say about you know, 4 different VA mental hospitals, um, dealing with depression, anxiety, my PTSD, all that stuff. And each time I had to go, um, one was not by choice, the other 3 were by choice. Um, the one that was not by choice was because I was spiraling so out of control because the simple fact was I was allowing people to dictate how I was feeling and dealing with things. Um, I stopped doing everything. I stopped, hanging out with my soldiers. I stopped, going places. The only time they really saw me was at work. And when I went to work, I'd go check in and I'd go back home. I'd tell my higher ups, but hey man, I say, look, I think it's best for everybody's safety if I go home. And they would just let me go home. Um, when you stop doing things that you enjoy because of other people, sweetie, that's not something I'm comfortable with because I know that road. I've driven that road too many times. Um, and as much as it sucks, and as much as what I'm about to say might sound like it's easy or easy for me to say, it's not. I still struggle with it. You're gonna have to take a step back and cut a lot of people out of your life and stop letting people come in. You're just gonna have to. It's gonna feel like you're very lonely, but you're not. Number one, because you have you got the family. That's number one. You got backing. But I'm telling you, I'm promising you, you're gonna have. I'm telling this to any and everybody. If you're struggling with this, if this is a situation or area in your life you're struggling with, you got to cut people out. I've cut off family. I mean, I've cut off family because it was destroying my peace. It was destroying who I was. It was making me unbearable to be around. I didn't want to be around myself. I couldn't even walk by a mirror. And if I did, I would either just look away or I'd cover my face. I didn't want to look at myself because it had gotten that bad. Never, ever let anybody come in and disturb your peace like that. Ever. And if you have things that you do, and you do a great job, love your nerd talks, love them, freaking love that stuff. You have stuff like that, and some of those stuff the Ace mentioned, I didn't know anything about, but you're talking about if you're allowing somebody to come in your life and it's taking your joy away from things like that bring you joy, they were never supposed to be there to begin with. The only thing they were there to do was teach you a lesson. That's it. You gotta let them go.
What I'm about to say is going to sound like a TikTok video. I watched a video the other day that said, whenever it comes to finding true happiness within yourself, you're going to face a lot of goodbyes. Because there are going to be people that do not appreciate you focusing on you. They're so used to you focusing on them that whenever you turn the table and start focusing on you, they're not going to have time for you anymore. So you're going to be saying goodbye to people you thought were there for you, but they weren't there for you. You were there for them.
Mm-hmm. 100%. Oh, I do want to take a quick time out though. Um, because we got people jumping in here. This was a random, this is a random thing. Yes, 100% random. However, we did come in here with a purpose. We're trying to check out a new source. Hopefully, we're having a lot of restriction issues with YouTube, and that's been an ongoing issue. Not just for me, but from what I'm finding out for a lot of content creators over the last couple of years. They censor a lot of stuff, and sometimes just senselessly. So I've been looking at a new streaming platform. I'm not going totally going away from YouTube right now, but we're looking at joining. Well, actually, not looking. We already joined Rumble. Not to get confused with Bumble, like some idiots. But we are we're on Rumble. And if you go use this link here, rumble.com/register// Birdman Show, you can join and actually help us out as well. So if you decide to join and get on there and do your own content, that is freaking phenomenal. Like I said, we're on here right now. And like I said, this portion that we're talking about right now is brought to you by Rumble. See, there's an R, not a B. But
You really can't see it
I don't.
because most of it's blocked out with their
Yeah,
backgrounds.
I know. What up, kid? Um, but yeah, would you stop? If I beat you? What? Get the freaking panda off me! But yes, so that's what we're looking at. I'm loving it because we can immediately start monetizing. And as we get the viewerships up and people start, getting on there watching it and all that good stuff, we can start getting Get, get, get. Leave it alone. Get up. Put it down. Yeah, excuse me for a
Like I
second.
said, I just come in here to freaking pee. And
Put it down.
Rain, come on, let's go put Dada's fan back together.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm actually really liking it.
No, in here.
So far, I love it. The fact that Ace, we don't have to change anything.
Right.
It's just something we're adding right now to see if everything works out. It should. I mean, is it? Is it? No. Okay, that's right. That's I don't know why that's doing that, but whatever. We're on here, so it's all good. But anyways, so yeah, it's just something I'm going to be doing a little bit more. I'm gonna work around with it a little bit more. I'm gonna try to play with it a little bit more between now and Tuesday. Before I decide to fully commit to it on Wednesday. But if it works out, then we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll start. I'll still be playing. I'll still be uploading to YouTube, but I can still do the same thing with Rumble. So it's even one of those things where if I decide not to go live on Rumble, I can still just upload the videos to Rumble, and then if it starts taking off, like I'm hoping it will, then we can just move everything over there. But I will say this, Ace, this is actually pretty freaking cool. So there's a thing on here. You can run an ad banner on your on our shows. So if we have a link to something and we want to run an ad for it, like a banner for it, all I have to do is click it and it'll put it on the show automatically. So I don't even have
Really.
to do anything. Yeah. So that is pretty freaking cool on that part of it. I do like I said, I love the fact that the comments come in, so I don't have to worry about monitoring it necessarily on anything else, even though I do have it on the big screen up here, to where I can actually see it to make sure. And there's I'm gonna say right now, I'm looking at it, Ace, and there's no freaking lag. There's a slight delay, but that's only because I'm operating off another computer. But it's pretty freaking good.
Well, the
Um, s-
thing is you haven't lagged the entire time we've been doing this.
and the real crazy thing about that is we're streaming to YouTube, TikTok, Rumble, and then I actually have a custom RTM S that is streaming off is streaming to Rumble as well. So I'm streaming the Rumble on two separate links at the same time. So I don't leave it alone, child. Until get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. You've been dismissed. Out. You're fired. Get out. Get out. Get y'all excuse me real quick. I'm gonna you better run.
And the race is on, and here comes heartache, and the winner loses all.
Yeah, I did. Okay. All right. Freaking jerk.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. He's chasing the baby. Or are you talking about with his birthday?
Good God, freaking almighty. Yeah, she's I don't know. That child, I swear to God. Oh, I've never wanted to fight a 2-year-old so much in my life. Um Jesus. Okay, all right. Yeah, so I mean I'm liking it. I'm gonna learn some more about some more of the features they're gonna have on here, and different things, and we'll kind of go with that. Hmm. Okay. I will say this though. Don't forget part two. Part two of women's mental health will be this Wednesday, 6 p.m. We'll have our lovely panel coming back for that. So I'm looking forward to that this Wednesday. Of course, um, like always, don't forget that today is
Yes, it
Sunday, and
is.
on Sunday we have trivia night with Ace. You want to tell them more before we get up out of
6
here?
p.m. Central
Or
tonight.
just remind.
We are
Mhm.
doing horror movies, and we are listening to new metal.
New metal.
Thank you, Sitter.
That's good. That's good stuff. Oh, I was like, what the freak?
Stuck in my
Um,
dryer.
Shit.
This stuff.
Okay, awesome. That's good stuff. So yeah, definitely make sure you guys join Ace tonight for that. Like I said, we'll be back Wednesday for the Birdman Show for women's mental health. If you got a chance, if you were there live, awesome. If you got a
Really?
chance to
Butthead?
watch,
No, ma'am.
yeah, yes, yeah, shoot. See, I tried to tell you, man. See,
Really?
Get.
He's a freaking
She's
terrorist,
making
man.
her
Yeah.
rounds.
She is a jerk. Um, oh my god, yeah, Tyler Mafia is a real thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. I think it needs to be. I think it needs to be discussed. Yeah, it's but yeah, like I said,
Time to yeetus that overgrown fetus.
yeah, right. Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I'll work some other things out here with this Ace. And we'll figure this out. I think I might have a grasp on it now. But we will definitely see.
Okay.
But yes,
I'm glad we
yeah,
decided to do
definitely.
this early.
Yeah, yeah, as am I. That's why when I started looking at it, it's like, you know what, let's just go ahead and try to knock this out. So that way I can kind of at least see something. And yeah, I saw something. Oh, I saw something. Um, God, some light flash from my eyes. Jeez, oh God, very highly disappointed. Um, but yeah, okay. So yeah, like I said, don't forget to join us tonight. Here in a few hours. It's definitely gonna be fun. It's always a fun time. So I don't I don't really don't have anything else. Ace, you have anything else for tell people before we get out to
Nope.
y'all? Okay, outstanding, outstanding. So yeah, like I said, definitely want to thank everybody for joining us for this, whatever the heck this was.
An extension of the
I
shit
s-
show.
pretty much, yeah. I mean, pretty much. I mean, that's pretty much all it was. So, but yeah, I definitely want to thank you guys. So, like I said, we'll see you guys later, and Ace, we'll see you guys later tonight. All right,
Absolutely.
Birdman, Birdman shit show out. That's right.